Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is Jason Olthoff, and I am here with Game Changers. You know what? That is one thing that I've been looking forward to all month. This month is really talking to game changers that are making a difference in our community through our nonprofits. And that's what we're going to concentrate on today, on what's going on with our nonprofits here in Great Falls, Montana, along with givegreatfalls.org, of what's happening that first week of May. I'm excited for that because it's going to be, I think people are going to see some nonprofits out there or some charity areas that they didn't know about. So they're going to be able to go to one site and really click on it and give to where the passion is. And that is what I find exciting, to be able to do that. So right now I have Kathy Corona. She is with me with the Sparkettes of Montana. I'm excited because she just told me that they are the only baton twirling a group here in Montana. So I'm excited about that. So Kathy, why don't you share with us a 30,000 foot view of the Sparkettes, kind of a 2-minute snapshot of what you guys do here in town?
Well, we are a nonprofit. Everybody thinks we are like Miss Linda's or the other dance groups. We're not. This is totally nonprofit. We don't get paid to do this. And we're in it because this is something everybody can do. We only charge $35 a month for our girls to come and have camaraderie, have a talent given to them, because people don't realize that one of our twirlers that graduated 2 years ago before COVID was twirling for MSU Bozeman and got a $5,000 scholarship out of it. So this is a way to help pay for college for these kids. And we give the girls 2 weeks to come in. If you want to come in and try it and bring your little one in, we don't charge you for the first 2 weeks. We want them to see if they're comfortable, if this is something fun they'd like to do before you shell out a bunch of money. But we only charge $35 a month. So there is no bunch of money. This is a bunch of girls and they have a lot of fun. We go from 3 to 18. So we have our little bitty girls all the way up to our seniors, or elite girls who twirl fire. Wow. And our coaches, our elite girls. Our elite girls are teaching our little girls. So they learn everything from the girls they're watching and admire. So it's pretty cool.
Wow. So really they're learning leadership skills, you know, as they're growing up through the Sparkettes and things like that. And yeah, to me, that is amazing, being able to do that and the age brackets that you guys have. What I like about it, what you just said a little bit ago, is that it's only $35 a person to be able to come to it. So it's really, but the opportunity is to earn scholarships and all these other things, you know, that's going to benefit them in life skills as they move forward and stuff. So I always say, you know, a little bit from each person helps create an environment to succeed, and that's what I love about this. So tell me a little bit about. So we're part of the Give Great Falls. That's happening here in the next 2 weeks or so, the first part of May. Are there special needs that you guys look for, or is it just operating expenses? Because it's not a paid position. It's really coming together and allowing these kids to excel and succeed and stuff like that. So is there a certain thing that you need the money for, or just we need operating expenses because it's been a tough year?
Well, yeah, it has been a tough year with COVID. We got to start back a little bit earlier because with our batons, we're at least 6 foot apart. So we got to go back before most places did last year. But we've just moved into a new building. We are now at 1221 7th Avenue South. It used to be the old Toshikon building. It's down a couple blocks from Longfellow. And we've just actually moved in and got it all remodeled, and we're starting classes. So that's where our money's been going lately. We've been getting the building all fixed up. You know how it is when you buy something new. There's always something that needs to be fixed. So that's what we've been working on for the last 3.5 months.
Okay. Well,
so
cool. And
we have
capital expenses are huge, you know, getting us going. It's not cheap.
What's really nice is with this building, we can do all of our classes on Tuesday night. We have the little girls in the front, and then we have the big girls in the back end of the building because it's big enough to do that. So you're not taking your kid to 6 different classes we do one night and we're done. So that's a lot of help with a lot of parents because they don't have time to do 2 or 3 days a week. My grandchildren are in it, and I had one on Tuesday and one on Thursday. So we were constantly going. Now they're all in one night. So everybody's done on Tuesday. And then we use the buildings for special practices, for competition, and just, it's nice having our own building and not having to move again. We've moved a lot lately.
Wow. And then that is good, especially when you have 2 or 3 kids in different age brackets, whatever. And then all of a sudden you got 2 or 3 nights taken up to where now they all come to one place, get the training that they need to succeed, and then be ready to go for the next week in practice and stuff like that. So
Well, it's nice because
it's
nice because the little girls can see the big girls. They can see they're scooping their ice cream now, but then watch this one do a triple toss. That's what they're working towards, which is what we wanted to do, is get our group together. And so the little kids can see what they can do with a little bit of practice.
Yeah, I like that. It's the mentoring, starting out early and
Yes.
mentoring and modeling. It's that
Yeah.
model part that a lot of times we miss, growing up and stuff. We don't have anybody to model anything after. So when they can see it, they can see the examples set before them, then they can grasp and say, hey, I can do this. I can get better. I'm not just going to be scooping ice cream. I'm going to be able to do these other things,
Yeah.
And I always say practice doesn't make perfect. Practice makes progress, and we make progress by emulating somebody else. So
yes,
cool.
Because if you don't practice, it doesn't get you anywhere. You gotta toss that baton. My granddaughter sits in the car and does her hand motions while we're driving. Sometimes it's like she'll hear a song come on and she's like, and they do it in the middle of the store. They're doing their moves in the grocery store, and I'm like, okay, well, at least they're working on it.
You know what? It's that muscle memory, that they get used to it. They don't have to have anything in their hands to be able to do it. I mean, you see people with air guitars and all this stuff. It's just, it gives them the ability to continue to practice even when they don't have the baton in their hands. So they can do it in the car, they can do it in the store, and stuff. So that's pretty cool.
It's just there. It's always in their mind. So, and it's good for them.
Yep. Definitely. It's always good to have an activity and a something that the kids can look forward to and do. And so that's pretty cool. So Kathy, what else would you want our community to know? Because I'll be sharing this out on Facebook and YouTube and LinkedIn. Is there anything else that you want us to know before we close out?
Well, most people don't know that the biggest haunted attraction in this town is run by us and maintained by us. We've been doing it for almost 20 years. And without it, there'd be a lot of kids getting into a lot of trouble because they come out and they have so much fun out there that it's the only thing in town to do without them being vandals, because they come out and they just scream and nonstop screaming. It's funny. It's hilarious. Our guy that runs the chainsaw, he has made more people wet their pants than I can count. And the kids' goals, we get the little ones that don't know how to scare, but try to scare. And they'll come up and they'll say, I made somebody pee their pants today. I'm like, okay, you're 5. Good job. And my grandkids have been doing this since they were old enough to walk.
Wow.
So, and we always could use volunteers and builders. And it's the biggest fundraiser for us. And it helps pay our rent for the year.
Wow.
So we try not to do a lot of little fundraisers. We work on the trail to be our biggest fundraiser for the year.
Wow. Well, cool. No, that is cool. I love to hear that you have concentrated efforts and you get known for those things, because then people look forward to those activities. So it is getting the word out there that you guys are the largest haunted attraction around, and you're right, kids get in trouble if they don't have someplace to go, especially on some of those nights and stuff like that. So hey, I appreciate you, Kathy, being on. And we're going to go ahead and wrap up. So for everybody that's watching this interview, I'm excited because, like I said, the first week of May is going to be a good time because we have a goal set. And I want each and every one of you to really strive, dig deep and say, hey, what can I do? You go to this givegreatfalls.org website, click on it, and our goal is $50,000 this year. You know what? It's a third year of doing it.
Good.
Last year, we outbeat the year before, and it was COVID year, right? So we
Yes.
pivoted great. Now we're continuing to get better at what we do. So with that, I just want to thank everybody for watching this. Go to givegreatfalls.org and check it out. And if you want any interviews done by me, let me know. I'll have my link in the show notes on how to get a hold of me to get an interview done for your organization or your business. I don't charge for these. I do them because I want to make sure that I push your business and your organization out there so you can get better. With that, you guys all have an amazing day.